reaction to this email scandal?
Wow, I mean, this is the way the Clintons have operated for a long time. They always put their thumb on the scale. And so ironically, you've got this party, it's called the Democratic Party. You think that they'd be democratic, i.e. have fair rules of election to give their people a fair shake, see who emerges on the top. That's not the case. It looks like Hillary was sort of the crown candidate from the beginning, and they were trying to sort of weigh this horse race to make sure that Bernie just ran a show candidacy, if you will.
Even on Saturday Night Live, they made a joke out of it, basically saying, look, this thing is so rigged, and, how about, when you won all of the people, but I still got all the super delegates. So there was speculation about this for a long time.
I mean, the irony is on the Republican side, you had this crowded race, 17 guys, a bitter cage fight. I mean, a lot of mutual acrimony and accusations. And yet, ironically, at the end of the day, the Republicans might come together more strongly because when you have a fair process, you can respect the winner. When the process is rigged, then you feel like you haven't lost, you've been cheated. And these are all themes in our movie. Our movie is, I think, intended to be a catalyst to unify the Republicans by pointing to the Clintons and saying, look, the Clintons don't really play by the rules. They never have. And that's partly what this election is about.
Congratulations, because a clip right here, and the film is now in the top 10 over the weekend, so congrats to you. Here's a portion of the documentary that Dinesh has written and produced, Hillary's America. Watch.
All crime is about stealing. The big criminals are still at large.
Didn't see any reason to keep them.
The system doesn't go after them because they run the system. It's time to go behind the curtain and discover the soul of the Democratic Party.
What are you trying to achieve with this film, Dinesh?
Well, partly what we're trying to do is we're trying to show that the Democratic Party puts out a front. We're the party for the little guy. We're a party for minorities. We're the party that's always fought for women's rights. Now, historically, the opposite is true. The Democratic Party historically has been the party of slavery, of segregation. The Democrats fought women's suffrage for 30 years before the Republicans pushed it through. The Democrats were the party of the Klan, of lynching, of forced sterilization. So they've got an unbelievably sordid history. And many of the Clinton scandals are just on the tip of the iceberg.
There was never one Republican Jim Crow governor, and people don't realize that. We were the party of freedom and emancipation. But, Mr. D'Souza, what is the guiding principle of the Clintons, and who corrupted who, in your opinion? Because we know they're both political co-conspirators in pursuit of their own ambition. But was it Hillary who kind of got Bill to this point, or was it Bill who got Hillary to this point?
I think the guiding principle of the Clintons is me, me, me. Different than Obama. Obama's an ideologue, and whether we agree with him or not, he had ideological goals.
Correct.
The Clintons are sort of partners in crime. They're a tag team. Ironically, I think the driving force has always been Hillary. And the reason is that Hillary needs Bill more than Bill needs Hillary. Bill would have been a success on his own. Hillary always knew she needed kind of a pitchman to be her guy, and so she needed to figure out a way to create a marriage with Bill that would cement him to her, and being his enabler is the way to do that.
Even after all these years, Bill Clinton is an incredible retail politician who has a connection even with people on an individual basis. After all these years, Hillary Clinton has still never been able to learn that from him.
I think that's right. Hillary is the strategist, and in some ways I think she's more ambitious, because with Bill, and you saw this when he was president, if you put Bill Clinton in a big room, if everyone tells him he's the greatest, if his immediate needs are satisfied, he's happy. With Hillary, I think there's a more almost tyrannical impulse. If she's not running things, telling everybody what to do, snuffing out her opponents, she's got a much more ambitious view of what politics is all about.
Your description of her will be called sexist by her supporters. That's where they always go.
Well,
that was the dog whistle when she was talking about the Hillary standard, that she's held to a different standard. That was a dog whistle to women, that it's sexism. It has nothing to do with her behavior. It's just the fact that she's a woman.
I think I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying that she is in the tradition of very powerful men who have always wanted to lord it over. I mean, if you think about the tyrannical impulse that drove a Bonaparte, a Caesar, a Genghis Khan, it's a desire to dominate. Bill doesn't have it. Hillary does.
Do you think what's being said at this convention this week is going to resonate with people, or do you think what you're saying? How do you think it's going to play out for the voter?
Well, this is why we're trying really hard to get independents and minorities to come see our movie, because we had black actors in our movie. When they saw the film, they were blown away. They said, we had no idea this was our actual history. So the Democrats will put out the official story. They always do. We have a counter-narrative running in 1,500 theaters across the country.
Wow. Dinesh, thanks so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
We appreciate it.